Real quick, I want to talk about this. Uh, Check this shit out, dude. Evil Dead Burn coming out next year. Much sooner the highly anticipated 28 years later is coming out next month, which I might be going to the theaters for that because I loved. It was cool because when I came back from the Middle East in 2007, I was in the Middle East for half the year. When I got back for summer, uh, my friend Parker and we went to the movie theater, and I went and watched 28 Weeks Later because I love 28 Days Later is like one of the movies that made me want to be a filmmaker. I love that movie. So I went and saw 28 Weeks Later, and my friend, I think Parker wanted to go see something else. We'd go to the movie theaters back in the day, and we'd stay there. We'd go to the Cineplex in Boise. When I was in the military, we'd spend the whole day there. Like, we'd watch 2 to 3 movies, right? So I went and watched 28 Weeks Later, and then we went and watched Spider-Man 3. But 28 Weeks Later was the first movie I saw in the theaters after coming back from the Middle East and like surviving that shit. So that movie's special to me. And the way it ended was like, there's gonna be a third one. Well, that was 2007, so a while ago. We're looking at 18 years ago. So I like the idea of going back to that world. We skipped 28 months. That would have been a little redundant. 28 years that should be a cool little trilogy of zombie films. And yes, 28 Days Later is a zombie film. I'm not having that argument with you fucking children. The phrase zombie does not have to be Romero zombies. Just so you guys are clear. Evil Dead is another zombie film that I enjoy. It's in the same realm of zombie films. They're just different kinds of zombies. And I know some people are going to get mad at me for saying that. Anyways, I'm excited about this as well. I love Evil Dead. I really have enjoyed these. It's going to be a trilogy now of not directed by Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi did Up to Army of Darkness, and then he did 3 seasons of his show, and then he said, I'm going to give this to other people. Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell and Rob Tappert, the 3 of them have been producing these movies. They have done a wonderful job. I think that they have been vetting some of the craziest directors that they can find around the world. The first remake came out in 2013. I'm gonna let my dog in. Hold on. The first Evil Dead, and it was a remake, right? But they kind of made it kind of a sequel, really. Anyways, the first Evil Dead, came out in 2013. I remember I got a bunch of my friends to go to the theater with me, and they know I'm into this shit, and I like Evil Dead. Sometimes when people ask me what the best movie ever made is, not even my favorite, the best, I say Evil Dead 2 is damn near perfect for a movie, period. I know it's a horror movie, but it's so fucking good. Evil Dead 2 is like Evil Dead perfected to me. Anyway, that Evil Dead remake is like, for me, up there with like Cronenberg's The Fly or The Blob, like the best remakes ever, man. It's so fucking good. It's just a ride, right? It's like a roller coaster ride that does not let up until the very end. So good. And then Evil Dead Rise, I really enjoyed. So Fed Alvarez did Evil Dead, the Evil Dead remake. Fed Alvarez is from Uruguay is where? Yeah, it's South America. I knew that. He's right next to fucking Argentina. Okay. He made a short, Fed Alvarez, before he did Evil Dead. He made this really Panic Attack. It's a bunch of fucking giant robots. It was a really cool short. In 2009, he did this really cool short. So he got to do Evil Dead, and it came out great. So I think Sam Raimi realized, like, oh, I don't have to use American directors, right? So he got Lee Cronin, who is Irish, and I had no clue who Lee Cronin was. He did The Hole. But Evil Dead Rise was great. They kind of I guess you can complain about the fact that they were kind of advertising as like Evil Dead in a city, and it was just in a fucking apartment the whole time, like an abandoned apartment in the middle of the. There wasn't. They didn't like. I wanted to see Deadites in a city, but it was still good. Evil Dead Rise was interesting because they took a family and they made them likable. They made this interesting family that you're kind of becoming invested in, and then they slaughter the family and turn them into Deadites, which is pretty fucking brutal, right? Like, the mom is a killer in that. It's like Evil Dead meets The Shining. It was cool. So I have no clue what Evil Dead Burn is going to be. It's not going to be out until a year and a half from now. But I can tell you I'm very excited for this. Evil Dead Rise is going to be directed by a French filmmaker, which I'm excited about. He just did a movie called Infested. I don't know how to pronounce his name, though. Sebastian Vanasek? Or Vanasek, maybe. What I can tell you is I love French horror, so I've been really into South American horror, too, so maybe that's why I like Fed so much, Fed Alvarez. But, yeah, dude. Looks good. Long story short, looks dope, kids. So we'll be following a little of that. I did not watch. There was a new 28 Days Later or 28 Years Later trailer, but I try not to. I usually like that first trailer and then I leave it alone after that. I don't need. I know I'm gonna go watch that, right? That's my shit right there, guys. And this these remakes, I guess you can call them, they're not going to stay. It's not going to stay a trilogy. I think Warner Brothers is doing two more Evil Deads with Sam Raimi at the moment, and they like to film in New Zealand. They got that from working on Hercules and Xena, I believe. They realized, oh, New Zealand is a much fucking cooler place to film movies. Peter Jackson's stomping grounds. You guys ever seen like Dead Alive and Brain Dead? Those are very fun horror movies. Heavenly Creatures was good too. Was it Heavenly Creatures? It was the two girls who murdered her mom so they could date. Yeah, that movie was crazy.